I want you to just think about your history and the time that you faced a crucial moment in your career. The sort of moment that, is really kind of a make or break situation where you had to kind of rise up to the top.
I'm going to go back to the very early days of building Jolt as a startup, all right? Because we had, at that time, recently pivoted the company from an Oracle training and testing services provider. We've experienced tremendous amount of ups and downs, facing as many challenges as opportunities, I have to say. But one of those challenges is the classic cash flow issue, keeping the company alive and, dealing with the financial liquidity problems because, as a newcomer, we didn't really have the established name or the brand recognition in the market in the early days. So we were back then still trying to prove our value and generate credibility in the market. And I remember we had at a time only one billing client for our PA, and we were still relying heavily in some of the legacy business on the Oracle projects. And when we pitched to one of our biggest enterprise clients at that time, they said, we're not sure about working with you on the RPA space yet, but we do need some bodies for Oracle project we need to implement. Do you guys still offer staff augmentation services? And we were like, yes, of course. Yes, every single client in that stage of our company. But in reality, we didn't have any recruiters in-house. We didn't have the ability to outsource any of our existing Oracle resources. So when my co-founders brought up this challenge and they kind of highlighted how huge of a revenue opportunity it would be, I stepped up and I said, you know what? I don't have any recruitment experience, but I sure know how to use LinkedIn. Let me take a stab at finding these resources.
Wow.
And, hopefully we get them staffed. And so we can really get a lifeline there, to help us keep making payroll. So I took the plunge. I started to source and interview technical contractors. Really, I should say, with an ounce of luck and a lot of dedication, I was able to recruit, I think, 3 or 4 candidates within the time frame that was asked for, which was a pretty tight time frame, I remember.
Wow.
And I was also able to negotiate a huge margin for us. I think it helped us generate $500,000 in revenue just in time to help us make payroll and survive a few months.
I love it.
That's a story that I like to tell because the lesson for me is that regardless of the challenge, if you put yourself in that position of try or die, those are the things that will come out on the other side with a success story or a lesson learned. Either way, you're going to be able to become a better professional. You're going to be able to grow as a person. So that's, I think, one of the biggest qualities that entrepreneurs have to navigate the turbulence.
This podcast is brought to you by Salesforce and the CMO Club. The CMO Club is a global community for senior marketing executives to come together, share ideas, and solve their toughest challenges in a collaborative and trusted environment with other marketing leaders. Salesforce and the CMO Club provide best-in-class programs, events, and a digital platform for marketing leaders to come together and be inspired like never before. Join our global community at thecmoclub.com.